Thousands of revelers transformed the streets of downtown Bastia for what has been described as a successful Sugar Mass 52 Juve of the St. Kitts and Nevis National Carnival 2023-2024. And as promised, the Carnival Committee announced the results of the judging on Juve for the categories of small and large Juve troops and for the Sugar Mass 52 Road March. In the Road March category, the Smallest Band captured the Road March title with the tune Showcase that earned them a total of 816 points and a cash prize of $20,000. First runner-up was Grandmasters with 751 points for its song called We Happy and a prize of $15,000. Second runner-up position was taken by the New Vibes Band International with its tune Ken and Barbie and a prize of $10,000. Juve Troop competitor Red Devil's depiction of Army captured first place with 229 points and a prize award of $20,000. In second place with 223 points was Chatterbox Juve, securing a prize of $15,000, while Extreme Juve placed third with 191 points and securing a prize of $10,000. The small troop category placements are Smallest Band Juve Warriors, placing first with 301 points and a $6,000 cash award. Second was Fantasy Juve with 270 points and a $4,000 award, and in third position was Grandmasters Addicts with 259 points. Glenn Bard reporting for SK Newsline.
The state of agriculture was the focus of the latest edition of Newsline 360, a current affairs news program on TVC Channel 40 on the cable's Ultra TV. The guest was Meshach Alford, president of the St. Kitts Consortium of Farmers and Food Producers. He addressed, among other things, the ability of farmers to produce food to meet local demands.
A particular group of farmers called the Mansion Group of Farmers, they would have produced in excess of 10 acres worth of cows during the production cycle, which I explained to you earlier, which starts in October. And by the time they were finished, that season they had some 80-something thousand pounds of carrots in the government chills and so on. And you know, they said that they started the process by first engaging with the ministry through the permanent secretary, and then on to the likes of RAMS to say, look, we have this program in place, and so you give them all the information and the data, so you know that when these carrots will be harvested, and so that they'll be ready for the market at a particular time. And so the conversation was facilitated through the ministry, and by the time that they got around to harvesting, the RAMS took a sample of the carrots. It was in good quality, negotiated the price of the carrots, because they took about 400 in samples, 400 pounds, and then, you know, went on to order carrots from overseas, continuous. And they had expressed no specific concern or issue with the quality of the carrot or anything like that. And so those are some of the challenges you face and so on. So when people say you're not producing enough, again, do you have a market?
Newsline 360 will feature newsmakers from St. Kitts and Nevis and the wider Caribbean, and will tackle topical issues in the news. It airs on Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. on TVC Channel 40, with rebroadcasts on Wednesdays at 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. TVC can be viewed on Channel 40 on the cable's Ultra TV and online at www.tvcplus.live. I'm Andre Huey for SKN Newsline.
Why do I love the cable? Well, I have the internet service at home and I never have issues with connectivity. And the way that they're always giving back to the community, that's impressive, and that's a win in my book.
Sugar Mass lovers, the best carnival experience is coming your way from December 15, 2023 to January 2nd, 2024. Mark your calendars, save the dates, and start making plans for the ultimate celebration of pure Caribbean vibes. Follow our social media at SKN Carnival or our website at skncarnival.com to keep updated.
Introducing St. Kitts and Nevis's newest TV channel, Television Caribbean, TVC Channel 40 on the cable's Ultra TV. TVC promises to deliver the finest in television broadcasting in St. Kitts and Nevis and the Caribbean, with some of the best local programs in news, sports, and entertainment. Join us for Insights, where we delve into the lives of our guests.
Let me see what happens if I put this to it. Big explosion, like, okay, note to self, don't do that again.
Or get in-depth analysis on Newsline 360. We have sports, entertainment, and inspiration. It's all here on TVC Channel 40 on the cable's Ultra TV, on TelTV Cable Network in St. Martin, and on our website www.tvcplus.live. TVC Channel 40. See the difference.
It's beautiful. He took one look at you and the angels started singing.
Another wonderful day.
What would you say about staying here for a few months or like a year, just so that we can be together again and just live and love and laugh and have fun and breathe?
Why are you hiding out on a little Caribbean island, singing in a beach bar?
When I came here, I was at peace, and I never left.
This is the beating heart of Nevis. This is what grounds me, what feeds my soul. It's where I found myself.
I hope your life here will be full of joy. Love this island, my son. She will give you more than you can imagine.
I love the cable because they're real. What you see is what you get. No hidden agenda, no tricks, just real, honest communication.
All 9 overseas contestants for the Haynes Smith Miss Caribbean Talent in Teeth pageant have arrived on St. Kitts and are ready to compete on Saturday night at the 41st edition of the pageant. They join Miss St. Kitts Takayla Hart Johnson, making it a total of 10 contestants for this year's competition. At a press conference at Timothy Beach Resort in Frigate Bay on Wednesday afternoon, the contestants shared their thoughts about what it means to them to participate in this prestigious pageant.
To be a part of this 41st anniversary pageant, it's really an honor to represent my country because a lot of people don't get this opportunity to experience a regional pageant, and I would just like to take the opportunity and embrace this experience. And even if I don't become victorious, I will become victorious because I've experienced it with 9 beautiful ladies.
I haven't been into a regional pageant, but my previous pageant that I've been into this summer, Haynes Smith Caribbean Talented Teen, was more of the long-term goal. So it's something that, okay, I put myself forward, I'm going to win this pageant because I know that if I win this pageant, I'll be able to go to St. Kitts. And it's been something that I've been wanting to do ever since I could remember myself. And now to actually represent my country, I'm honored, I'm proud that everybody has put their faith in me. I'm kind of scared.
Cela nous permettra de partager notre talent et nos cultures à travers toute la Caraïbe.
It will allow us to share our talents and our culture throughout the Caribbean.
Being here at the 41st anniversary, representing my island, means so much to me. I've never gotten the opportunity to represent my island. I'm not good at sports, so I don't travel with sports. But to be able to use my talents to represent my country is an amazing opportunity. To be able to bring what I can do best to the table and still make my country proud is really important to me.
I'm so ready for the events, the friendships, and so much more. And
this pageant is I've been in a regional pageant before, but it wasn't as big as this one.
But I am extremely grateful to be here. This is only my third pageant in my whole life, as well as only my third pageant for this year. So I started at the beginning of the year with no experience, no idea what pageantry is even about, and to be here at the end of 2023, I can say the only person I have to thank is God, because he's the only one that brought me here this far.
This means to me basically exposure, not only for me but for all the lovely young ladies here. It means you get to showcase your talent and what your country offers, and to basically advertise your country, to invite people to come along. That is what this pageant means to me, and I am very grateful to be here.
Having the opportunity to participate in this pageant has been really inspirational and really motivating. I was actually handpicked to do this pageant, so having this opportunity is really grateful to me. I'm ready to showcase what I can do to St. Kitts and to the world, and I know whether the outcome may be positive or negative, I'm really all about the experiences, because for me, one of my life goals and mottos is grasping every opportunity, and this is one, is like you said, for the books.
This is a very overwhelming experience for me, because this is actually my first time traveling, and St. Kitts is very lovely. You guys are so welcoming. Thank you very much. And for me, I really think this is a really great experience.
Représenter mon école, ma ville, et maintenant je suis contente de représenter mon pays.
I must say that I have a lot of experience in terms of representing in different pageants, like my school, my town, and now my country. So this is a pleasure for me to represent it today.
The Hainesmith Miss Caribbean Talented Teen Pageant will be held at the St. Kitts Marriott Resort on Saturday, December 30th at 8 p.m.
A common theme for this year's period of Christmas and the National Carnival were expressed by St. Kitts and Nevis' Prime Minister Dr. Terence Drew and by Premier Mark Brantley of the Nevis Island Administration. Prime Minister Dr. Drew said the government had announced several initiatives done in the spirit of Christmas to promote prosperity, financial stability, and equitable compensation. But it was to the encouragement of peace and tranquility within the country that both leaders urged citizens and residents to be proactive.
Let the joy of Christmas and the exuberance of our Federation's carnival inspire us to strengthen the bonds that unite us as one resilient Federation. While the celebrations bring joy and excitement, all must prioritize our collective safety and uphold the spirit of togetherness and goodwill. I urge everyone to partake in the festivities responsibly and to exercise caution in all their doings. Let us celebrate with respect for one another and our shared values. Additionally, I strongly discourage any form of violent activities. Our celebrations should be marked by joy, harmony, and a collective commitment to maintaining a safe and secure environment for all. Together, let us ensure that this carnival season is remembered for its positive spirit and shared camaraderie. Stay safe, look out for each other, and let the joy of the season be a source of inspiration for a peaceful and prosperous year ahead.
In this season of Christmas, I urge you to generously sow the seeds of compassion and love, and thereby reap the bountiful harvest of reciprocity, as our society will reverberate with kindness, compassion, and love. I beseech each citizen and each resident in this small paradise of ours to strive for harmony and to exercise goodwill one to another. Persistently resist the impulse to perpetuate any form of hatred, for this vice will only serve to corrode the very core of what makes us the treasure that we are. Never allow circumstances to crowd from our minds the importance of maintaining the ideals set out in our beloved anthem. Let beauty and peace be our hallmarks. Let us stand on the strength of our collective will to see Nevis progress, and let us nurture a sincere love for our country and for our fellow men.
It is hoped that some of the measures taken by government will spur further economic activity and social cohesion into the coming year. Glenn Bart reporting for SK Newsline.
Well, of the cable, well, it's reliable. The speed, quick,
when I come in town, I'm gonna wait for you on my phone. I could just say, okay, let me send a quick text. Who Wi-Fi available? You watch the other Wi-Fi and you say, bye. This one say free, but it ain't really free. But the cable more reliable than the others, and it's more, you know, it's local. It's from the home, so it's more trustworthy.
It's beautiful. He took one look at you and the angels started singing.
Another wonderful day.
What would you say about staying here for a few months or like a year, just so that we can be together again and just live and love and laugh and have fun and breathe?
Why are you hiding out on a little Caribbean island, singing in a beach bar?
When I came here, I was at peace, and I never left.
This is the beating heart of Nevis. This is what grounds me, what feeds my soul. It's where I found myself.
I hope your life here will be full of joy. Love this island, my son. She will give you more than you can imagine.
Get ready for a dazzling showcase of talent, intelligence, and beauty at the 41st edition of Haynes Smith Miss Caribbean Talented Teen. Join us on December 30th, 2023 at 8 p.m. sharp at the St. Kitts Marriott Hotel. Experience the brilliance of delegates from the Caribbean nation, including Mr. Kyler Hart Johnson, representing St. Kitts and Nevis. Our special guest host, comedian Fat Man George from Grenada. Power Pack performances by Soca Super, Lucas H.E., along with other local and regional performers, accompanied by the Greenhouse Band. Get your tickets fast for $80 EC before December 25th, or pay $100 EC thereafter. Don't miss the chance to watch the show live on sknvibes.com. It's the 41st annual Haynes Smith Miss Caribbean Talented Teen, where stars are born. Special thanks to our major sponsors, First Federal Credit Union, SL Hosford and Company Limited, Open Interactive, and Timothy Beach Resort. Join us and be a part of this legacy.
So the reason I love the cable, first is are reasonable and affordable, and they give back so much to the community and the country.
At Digital Print Plus and Crafted by Design, we're thrilled to be your go-to print shop located in the heart of Bastille. From essential services like printing, copying, and laminating, to a diverse array of school supplies, arts and craft materials, and office essentials, we've got you covered. Don't fret, Digital Print Plus and Crafted by Design are here to stay and ready to be your trusted partners for all your printing and craft supply needs. Ready for a visit? Find us at the corner between Dillio and Princess Street. Just look for the vibrant pink and yellow building with white doors. We can't wait to welcome you to our creative haven.
Big tonight. The deal has been signed.
Trinidad's Energy Minister Stuart Young signed the final documents to secure a license from Venezuela, which will allow Shell and Trinidad's National Gas Company, NGC, to develop and produce natural gas for export from Venezuela's Dragon Field to Trinidad and Tobago. Trinidad's Prime Minister Keith Rowley and Young, respectively, hailed the signing as a major milestone towards strengthening their country's energy security and bolstering the economy. In a Facebook post, Dr. Rowley declared, "In the spirit of good neighborliness, the dragon can dance." He spoke on the issue at a late Friday afternoon press conference.
It means a whole lot. It means that we could plan a future based on prospective revenues that would not have been on the horizon if we didn't have access to these raw materials. I want the people of Trinidad and Tobago to see natural gas coming from Venezuela as a raw material. Right now we import lumber from Venezuela. We import pine from the Venezuelan pine fields. And we use those pines to make wood products and we export it. That's lumber. See the same thing with the raw material, gas. The gas comes into us as raw material. If it has liquids, we extract the liquids. That has very high value. And then the dry gas goes to LNG and it becomes the LNG for export. And the more that we handle, the more revenue will come to us and will come to the people of Venezuela.
The U.S. $1 billion deal was signed between TNT and Venezuela in August 2018. Those involved included energy giant Shell, Venezuela's state oil company PDVSA, and the NGC. The Dragon deal will see TNT develop in the field, which is estimated to produce approximately 150 million standard cubic feet of gas a day. The gas will be imported through a $1 billion pipeline to the Hibiscus platform off the northwest coast of Trinidad and Tobago. The platform is jointly owned by the government, NGC, and Shell. The deal was left in limbo after the U.S. imposed sanctions on Venezuela in 2019. On January 24, Rowley announced that the U.S. had lifted the sanctions to allow TNT to extract gas from Venezuela. This waiver came after almost 4 years of lobbying led by Dr. Rowley and supported by other CARICOM leaders.
And I want to take the opportunity here too, at this moment, to thank my CARICOM colleagues, a couple of whom ought to be identified for speaking up for Trinidad and Tobago when we fought this fight in Washington to get this license, get that OFAC license. I speak here specifically about President Ulfanali of Guyana. I speak here specifically about Prime Minister Mia Mottley of Barbados and Prime Minister Brown of Antigua. These are people who spoke loudly in support of Trinidad and Tobago's position as we fought this fight to escape the strictures of the American sanctions.
Rowley said the waiver came with stipulations, one being a 2-year license with an optimistic view of an extension and priority given to Caribbean countries except Cuba.
Earlier this month, the UN's Working Group on Arbitrary Detentions released its preliminary on detentions in this country. The report detailed the number of challenges with the correction system, the treatment of detained persons, and their ability to access legal representation. It was an unflattering assessment, but this week the Prime Minister gave his take on the group's report. Here's Corvell Pyfrom.
The Prime Minister holds no issue with the UN's report and readily affirmed that there is a lot of work that needs to happen. The UN's Working Group on Arbitrary Detention visited the Bahamas between late November and early December, visiting some 10 facilities. The group in its preliminary report cited numerous complaints from those detained or imprisoned of alleged abuses and their inability to get adequate legal representation. Earlier this month, National Security Minister Wayne Munro came out swinging at the report, insisting it had a number of inconsistencies. The Prime Minister this week had a more measured response.
I'm concerned about it. I didn't need a UN report to tell me some of the issues we have, and we are addressing them as best we can.
In addition to the overall state of the country's sole corrections facility, the report also noted that people are too often arrested without a warrant. The arrests, it says, are sometimes based on outdated or expired warrants. And it said detainees are often detained for significantly longer than 48 hours without court-granted extensions. Though not shocked, the Prime Minister is still concerned by the group's findings.
Yeah, well, I'm always concerned about these issues, particularly as it relates to human rights, because we have for quite a long time, this is a legacy issue that's been plaguing our administration of justice, particularly the criminal side of it, for quite a long time. And we need to address them, and we hope to address them.
Many of these issues are long-standing, and Prime Minister Davis cautions that in some cases there are no quick fixes. There's also the cost component.
Yes, but also we have to understand the UN have to appreciate that we are a country of limited resources. And we have a lot of competing interests to attract our attention for resources. So we are doing what we can within the limit of our resources. And so we hear them, right, and we understand what they're saying, but we also have other responsibilities to discharge, and that requires resources, and we have to be able to share those resources equally across the spectrum where the needs are most crucial and urgent.
The government awaits the group's completed report, which is expected to be presented to the UN's Human Rights Council next September before it issues a more comprehensive response. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Corvell Pyfrom.
Why do I love the cable? Well, I have their internet service at home and I never have issues with connectivity. And the way that they're always giving back to the community, that's impressive, and that's a win in my book.
At Digital Print Plus and Crafted by Design, we're thrilled to be your go-to print shop located in the heart of Bastille. From essential services like printing, copying, and laminating, to a diverse array of school supplies, arts and craft materials, and office essentials, we've got you covered. Don't fret, Digital Print Plus and Crafted by Design are here to stay and ready to be your trusted partners for all your printing and craft supply needs. Ready for a visit? Find us at the corner between Dillio and Princess Street. Just look for the vibrant pink and yellow building with white doors. We can't wait to welcome you to our creative haven.
Introducing St. Kitts and Nevis's newest TV channel, Television Caribbean, TVC Channel 40 on the cable's Ultra TV. TVC promises to deliver the finest in television broadcasting in St. Kitts and Nevis and the Caribbean, with some of the best local programs in news, sports, and entertainment. Join us for Insights, where we delve into the lives of our guests.
Let me see what happened if I put this big explosion. Like, okay, note to self, don't do that again.
Or get in-depth analysis on Newsline 360. We have sports, entertainment, and inspiration. It's all here on TVC Channel 40 on the cable's Ultra TV, on TelTV Cable Network in St. Martin, and on our website www.tvcplus.live. TVC Channel 40. See the difference.
Get ready for a dazzling showcase of talent, intelligence, and beauty at the 41st edition of Ain Smith Miss Caribbean Talented Teen. Join us on December 30th, 2023 at 8 p.m. sharp at the St. Kitts Marriott Hotel. Experience the brilliance of delegates from the Caribbean nation, including Mr. Kyler Hart Johnson, representing St. Kitts and Nevis. Our special guest host, comedian Fat Man George from Grenada. Power-packed performances by Soca Super, Lucas H.E., along with other local and regional performers, accompanied by the Greenhouse Band. Get your tickets fast for $80 EC before December 25th, or pay $100 EC thereafter. Don't miss the chance to watch the show live on sknvibes.com. It's the 41st annual Haynes Smith Miss Caribbean Talented Teen, where stars are born. Special thanks to our major sponsors, First Federal Credit Union, SL Hosford and Company Limited, Open Interactive, and Timothy Beach Resort. Join us and be a part of this legacy.
So the reason I love the cable prices are reasonable and affordable, and they give back so much to the community and the country.
The Israeli military says another 3 soldiers have been killed in battles in northern Gaza. That takes the number of Israeli troops killed now in Gaza to 154 since the beginning of the ground campaign at the end of October. Hamas says its fighters are using guerrilla tactics, ambushing Israeli soldiers and using their knowledge of Gaza's terrain and tunnel network. Alan Fisher is live for us in occupied East Jerusalem. So, Alan, what more are we hearing on these Israeli casualties?
Well, this announcement coming from the Israeli army just a few hours ago, 3 more dead in northern Gaza. 1 officer, 2 soldiers died during fighting in a part of the strip that the Israelis said more than a month ago that they had virtually complete military control. This proves that that's not the case. The Israelis have talked about how there has been intense fighting in the northern part of the strip, how at times it's not just been building to building or street to street, but at some points actually face to face. And of course, they've moved their operation into the central part of Gaza, and in the last few days announced that they were going to expand the war in the south as well. As you say, this takes the number of dead to 154, 91 since the end of the ceasefire on December the 1st. Now, the majority of polls continue to show that the Israeli people support the war in Gaza. They support the goals of defeating Hamas. But the Israeli government will know that every time there is a loss in the Israeli army fighting in Gaza, then it might just tip the balance of support away from the war. They're aware of that. And certainly there's been criticism of the way that the army has conducted the war, led by the Israeli cabinet. One member of Benjamin Netanyahu's government actually in the last few days said there should be more airstrikes, that too many soldiers were dying on the ground. Now, the intention is that this war will go on for several months. We heard it from Daniel Hagari, the Israeli army spokesman, just last night. We've heard it from Benjamin Netanyahu as well. He says he speaks to the families of those who've died. All of them, he says, have told him to continue fighting the war. Otherwise, their son's loss would be in vain. And Benjamin Netanyahu insists that that's exactly what he's going to do. The war will go on for months, and the war will go on until Benjamin Netanyahu believes that Israel has its victory.
Alan, thank you. Alan Fisher in occupied East Jerusalem.
An artist with a history of making controversial comments. The rapper Ye, formerly known as Kanye West, is now apologizing to the Jewish community for his, quote, unplanned outburst, posting a message in Hebrew on his Instagram, writing in part, "It was not my intention to hurt or disrespect, and I deeply regret any pain I may have caused," adding he is committed to learning from this experience to ensure greater sensitivity and understanding in the future.
I'm gonna give y'all one last thing before I go.
The apology coming weeks after this expletive-filled rant at a listening party for Ye's upcoming album, which included references to Hitler, Jesus, and Donald Trump's legal battles.
Back in the car and leave.
That party eventually shut down by the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police for not having a permit. But it's not the first time Ye, who says he has bipolar disorder, has come under fire for anti-Semitic comments. The rapper was banned from Twitter by Elon Musk last year after posting what appeared to show a swastika inside a Star of David. This interview with InfoWars shocking fans and critics alike.
I see good things about Hitler also.
But it was this comment last October that swiftly cost him lucrative endorsement deals.
I could say anti-Semitic things and Adidas can't drop me. Now what? Now what?
Adidas, along with the Gap and Balenciaga, cutting ties with the rapper in the fall of 2022. His net worth taking a serious hit, plunging from $1.5 billion to $400 million, according to Forbes. The ramifications spreading beyond the music world. The Anti-Defamation League reporting Ye was directly referenced by perpetrators of at least 59 anti-Semitic incidents in 2022.
Dana Griffin joins us now from Los Angeles. Dana, online, some say this apology doesn't go far enough. How is the Anti-Defamation League responding?
Yeah, Aaron, so in a statement to NBC News, the ADL said West has caused untold damage by using his vast influence and platform to poison countless minds with vicious anti-Semitism and hate, adding an apology may be the first step on a long journey towards making amends to the Jewish community and all those who he has hurt. Aaron, they also say actions speak louder than words.
They certainly do, and some are suggesting the timing of this could be tied to Ye's upcoming album.
That's right. Some are skeptical that this may be a ploy to boost record sales. Considering his collaborative album with Ty Dolla $ign is coming out soon, the album release was originally scheduled for October and has been delayed several times. It's set to be released January 12th. We reached out to Ye's team for comment on the apology and motives behind it. We are waiting to hear back. Aaron.
Dana Griffin, thank you.
St. Peter's FC and TGE Diebe Eagles Youth Stars won the remaining 2 SKNFA Youth League titles for 2023 on Friday, December 22 at the SKNFA Technical Center. Diebe took the SKNFA Premier Youth Cup Under-13 title after defeating Bath United 5-4 on penalties, while St. Peter's edged Bath United 1-0 to win the Under-15 title. Diebe were pegged back 1-0 after Bath scored, but in the dying moments of the match, Diebe earned an equalizer to send the match into penalties. In the end, Diebe prevailed to win 5-4 on penalties and 6-5 final score. Coach Kaylia Huggins of Diebe was elated and praised her players for their resilience and dedication.
It was something that we, from the get-go, we had set up to do. 4 days a week training, non-stop, coming from afar, and just pressuring these boys to either take the licks, not cry, determination, and just sportsmanship. We came out here today, and trust me, some of the boys, even the semi-finals, they were tired. But I'll tell you one thing, they persevered to the end. These boys, if you look at some of them, a lot of them are smaller than a lot of the players that we came out to tonight. And trust me, that did not stop them. I am elated, I am excited.
Huggins is deemed as the first female coach to win a Youth League title. In the Under-15 finals, Bath United was unfortunate again to lose a second finals in one day when they were edged out thanks to a penalty early in the first half from a handball committed in the box. Coach Jaquan Hazel of St. Peter's praised the players and the fans and said this win means a lot to the community of Monkey Hill, St. Peter's.
It means a lot for the community because the community have been waiting for such joy and appreciation, They show the support tonight, and I'd like to say thanks to the community, and it's just love, right now.
What would you credit the success of the St. Peter's team to?
Well, I would like to say thanks to someone I started out with, which is MJ, Thanks very much, but came on course was Coach Jamal, brought a lot to the table and really tried to bring the groups them together in the community because this is the path to go, the righteous path to go, And the victory just shows that, the youth can really come together and just won this one, and it's really very, very, very nice. It's my first coaching season.
Finally, how do you build on this now going forward for future success?
Yes, it's just training never stop. You have to keep building youth programs from 13 go up, even from the primary school, even girls programs. Get football going again in Monkey Hill because it's just football we need to study right now. Just love.
So with that, the 2023 domestic football season ends with 2 exciting SKNFA Youth League finals.